How's it going, my G's? It's Artifact, and it's Tutorial Monday! Today, we have got a Grime Sine base, which is pretty rather dope in it. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and please hit one of those juicy buttons below. If you're not new to the channel, hit one then as well. And yeah, let's have a listen to the loop quickly, and you can decide whether you'd like to ferment me in some kind of grape stew and then sell me on some kind of Chinese stock exchange for... I'm going to stop. Just listen to the music. Really like this little bass. This ties on from the last video I made. Make sure you go and watch it and binge watch all of my content. Just leave it running. It's good for the YouTube algorithm, I think. Anyway, yeah, this is available now on my Patreon. This bass, this grimy Sine. So definitely feel free to jump into my Discord and keep up to date and get all my newest presets as and when I make them, and ask me private questions about how often I go to the toilet and all that kind of stuff. I think that's a really sick little groove here, actually. Might have to do something with this. Anyway, let's give you a little bit of sound design knowledge bites today, and the main kind of character from this comes from sine wave being modulated into a sine wave at a different octave. So if we take off these cheesy effects, what we actually start with here is a basic shape sine wave, and I've unisoned it, and I've actually gone over to the advanced and put it on a ×2 power chord. Gives it a nice kind of movement and speed. Then we introduce our second oscillator here, which is an octave lower, and this one we turn the level all the way down and we just add it in here via the FM, and that's, without the unison it doesn't quite line up nicely yet, but when I put this on, then I've got like a bow bow kind of sound, which was kind of just sheer luck that I achieved that. And then the sample white noise goes in here a little bit, just a tiny bit. Just adding a little bit of fuzz. And yeah, that's basically all we got going on there. And then once we sort of distort it, and I decided to reverb it a little bit, and then compress that reverb, and you can hear the compressor. It's like that tiny bit of white noise that we added. It's picked that up, and it's like really bringing it out now. So that's why it was only on such a little amount before, like 0.2%. Yeah, it's going to help it cut through the mix and whatnot. Then I've got a filter here, and I've just put this on a velocity. So what we're going to do in the MIDI to make the patch a little bit more interesting, you can see here I've got 3 notes which are at high velocity, and I've got one at 0 velocity, and the 0 velocity one has been tracked to enable the filter to activate and turn into this beautiful low pass filter, so we can surprise the listener with the occasional sound which has been completely filtered. So if you listen, so in the context of the loop, you kind of think, oh, well, that was a bit quiet and a bit filtered, a bit weird, but I like it. Yeah, throw the listener off a little bit. You want to be throwing listeners off as if you're on some kind of drum and bass surprise cliff where you're just throwing people off left, right, and centre, and they don't know what they're listening to anymore, but they know it's good. Yeah, so that's the grime Sine. Feel free to jump on my Patreon and grab that if you would be so kind. If not, we can still be friends as well, just not quite as good friends. Yeah, much love to you guys. Hope you have a good start to your week. I'll be back tomorrow with some more sound design videos. Peace.